Hi everyone, let's make this banana and oats bread with chocolate and peanuts. So first of all, we are going to add all these dry ingredients into this food processor and we are going to blend them. Just make sure that you are not blending everything in one go because we will be adding some peanuts here. And if you constantly keep the machine running, it's going to get a bit too greasy because the nuts will start to release their oils. So please make sure that you you grind them together in short bursts. So just a few pulses here and there. So what you can see here is like this happened just after a couple of pulses. So you can see it is already starting to sort of clump together, and we do not want to go beyond this point. My mixture is still dry, and that's the consistency you want. So we will scrape the sides, and this is it. We will stop here. We do not need a fine powder for this. So we will transfer it into a bowl and then keep it aside, which we will again stir a little bit before we mix everything together. We are now going to ready our wet ingredients. Regarding the bananas, please make sure that they are really ripe, because the more ripe they are, the sweeter they will be. And this is one instance where, the overripe, darkened skinned bananas will come in really handy. As you can see, this bread has only natural sugars in it and is also perfect for those who are either intolerant or do not prefer using regular wheat flour. The eggs go in. Now in goes the oil. I've used vegetable oil, but you can use olive oil too if you wish. And some honey. The honey that I had sort of crystallized a bit, so I popped it for a few seconds in the microwave to liquidify it a bit more. And in goes the milk, and then we are going to whisk everything together just enough so that everything is sort of, comes together. We do not want to overbeat it. As you can see, this is a very easy cake to put together. It just needs a longer baking time towards the end. So after making sure that everything has come together, we will put it aside. And before we add it to the dry ingredients, we will whisk the dry ingredients quickly just to make sure that there are no lumps in it. And then just make a well, and all you need to do is just dip the wet ingredients in and mix everything together. Just fold in with the spatula until everything comes together and you don't see any dry bits or any dry ingredients left. So everything is now one whole mixture. And then we will put it aside for a few minutes so that, and you will find that the oats in the mixture will absorb the liquid a little bit. Now, what you see now on your screen is the mixture after it has rested for, say, about, I think about 15 minutes. And it has slightly absorbed the moisture, and it is a slightly thicker consistency. And it is now ready to be transferred into the loaf pan, which I have lined with greaseproof paper. And before lining with greaseproof paper, I also brushed a little bit of oil onto the pan so that the paper sticks to it easily. And after smoothing out the top, we will just tap the pan against the counter a few times and then bake in the preheated oven. Now this is a very quite a long bake. It's a slow and long bake, so just be a bit patient. And once it's out of the oven, I like to keep it in the tin for a few minutes and then take it out, unwrap the paper, and then let it cool completely on a wire rack. And in the meanwhile, we will get on with the topping. Here I'm using some of the peanuts, and I've chopped them into small pieces. And in a bowl, we will put the dark chocolate and some milk and melt it. And then what I like to do is, as you can see, it's a bit liquidy in the beginning, so I keep it for a little bit, and then it should slightly thicken, like the consistency you see right now. So it's neither as liquidy, so liquidy that it sort of drips everywhere, but it's still soft enough, it's still gooey enough. And then you just spread it on top and sprinkle the nuts, slice, and enjoy. I like to have mine on its own, but if you prefer a cuppa, please do go ahead and make one and enjoy. Thanks for joining in, and I'll see you next time.